Hello. This is my second video. I might do daily videos or videos every other day, but I want to talk about something that people are misconstruing facts on with the coronavirus when it comes to businesses. And I want people to know the truth because I'm tired of the media misconstruing things. And I want to talk about one business in particular. That's going to be with Dillards. Dillards has been getting a lot of heat because they're keeping their doors open, and they've been slammed with complaints, and literally in a couple states the fire marshal has come in and they've shut them down. But I want to one story about this. I want to talk about there was a guy in city of Columbia, which I believe might be in Ohio. His name is Dwayne Carlin. The guy was, I guess the Dillards in his town was having them come in and doing fulfillment orders, and he walked out and quit. And what I gotta say about this is that guy was foolish and he was a moron. I want to first say that he quit to a job market of over 3.3 million unemployment claims. One of the things that he also did by quitting was forfeiting his right to file unemployment. See, usually, like I know in the state that we live in, you can only get unemployment if you're one, fired from your employer, or two, your job is terminated by your employer, or you're laid off, or the business closes. That's really the only way you can file unemployment. You can't go and quit your job and then go to the unemployment office. And even if in his state there might be a way of doing that. Basically how it works is unemployment, usually the employer pays a portion of it and then the state pays another half of it. So when he goes to file a claim, if he does, Dillards is going to get that claim and they're going to put the big red stamp on it, denying that claim. So really foolish move on his part. And I also want to talk about Dillards and the stay-at-home order. See, a lot of people think that this is about corporate greed, and it's really not. I'm not a fan of, big companies doing something that, to make profits over the little guy. No, this is not about greed. This is about, hey, if we don't stay open, we might not be able to reopen our doors, or we're going to be severely impacted. So this is not about greed, folks. This is about survival. And I want to see businesses prosper, in 3-6 months. I don't want to see an economic decline. But anyways, so Dillards keeping their doors open. Some of them have been shut down because they're what's called the stay-at-home order. So basically, all non-essential businesses have to be closed. Now, what people don't know is, let's just say you have a stay-at-home order, doors are shut, they can still have people in there fulfilling, doing online orders. Packages have to be brought in, mail has to be checked, there might be maintenance stuff that goes on in the building. They're not going to kick you out of the store because of that. You're still allowed to be inside the building. You just can't have your doors open for business for customers. And most people don't know that, and they need to get their facts straight. I also like to note, it's so foolish for this guy to quit his job, over this virus because he felt unsafe. Number one, Dillards has probably restricted the amount of employees that can be in the building, and foot traffic is already slow to begin with. So the risk of him getting it from somebody, when the building's not even open and people aren't going in and he's not handling cash, he's not taking out garbage or anything like that, is very, very low. And if this gentleman did happen to get coronavirus, mortality rate is less than 1%. So why would you go and quit your job? At the end of the day, I know, and other people, they keep saying people are afraid to go to work. I understand first responders, doctors, nurses, because they're exposed to it. There's less likely for exposure for people working away from coronavirus patients. So in his case, he's not around large masses of people. He's around a few people at work. So risk of getting it is low. I also like to note that there's a lot of people right now in non-essential businesses that they want to go back to work because they have bills to pay. I have bills to pay. My peers, my colleagues have bills to pay. They have children to support. And while some things are deferred and some things are not going to be shut off, at the end of the day, the bills still have to be paid. Whether it's a month from now or 3 months from now. You can't just keep sweeping it under the rug. And I just want to get this message out, get the facts straight. We need to be really concerned about the economic effects of this. And this guy right here, he's a fool. Quits his job. How's he going to pay his bills? How's he going to support himself? He ain't getting any help from the government. But, like I said, I just want to get the facts out about this because I don't think it's fair that Dillards is getting a lot of heat for this. Yes, you know, they are open, but, you know, this is not about the almighty dollar. This is about survival. Because even right now, foot traffic's slow. So, you know, people need to sit here and people need to look at this and say, this is not about greed, this is survival. Because companies cannot operate with their doors closed, paying their employees, and they still have expenses. The businesses just don't have cash flow for that. So people need to understand that this is a serious economic effect, and they need to know the truth about it. Because most people don't want to be cooped up in their house. They want to work. They want to pay their bills. They want to be able to maintain their households. So that's my video today. I might do daily videos or something. I don't know yet, but I just want to get my point across. All right.